Hi everyone, welcome to this space. Those of you who are new, welcome to the Blue Star Energy Tarot with Cindy. Glad you are here. Today we're utilizing the Place Oracle, and then we're going to follow it up with the Midnight Magic Tarot of Mushrooms. This is the general energy, and I find it really interesting. On the four corners, we have beach, park, cemetery, and window. And I don't necessarily read the cards, as is. I look at it a bit differently. What's rising up from the east? Is a portal. A portal where you can find gems, tidbits of information that will assist you. I get ancestry. And when you do that, the frigid realm, it is an aspect of yourself that has been dormant, that really wants to flow. Portal. It's a window to an aspect of yourself that's been dormant, that's been resting, that's been waiting, that's been waiting to step forward. And it's in the east position. And that's what's rising during this time period. In the west, we have beach, museum, busting hub, and park. I almost feel like, the west represents ancestors, those who have come before us. This is earth, represents earth to me. And this figure here, I don't know if you could see it. Doesn't it look like a lioness climbing up and out? It is a light within you. And the museum artifacts, museum collections, it is the aspect of what lies dormant in you that's trying to rise up, to allow you an opportunity to get a broader picture, the beach, a bird's eye view of your emotions and what's transpiring, bustling hub. What's transpiring in, well, you could say the collective, but this, in the collective. I'm going to leave it at that. It feels like a better understanding of yourself, your connection to those who have come before you in your lineage, your tribe. I feel like this light that's rising up here will bring you some type of passion, some type of joy. And that's been lying dormant. This is the north edge. That's what's been dormant, waiting to express itself, waiting for you to acknowledge the existence. We have gym. We have the park, the gym, and cemetery. And whatever that tidbit that is deep within you, it is motivating you to move forward with a creative aspect. You have been, it feels like, what I'm picking up is like you've been working on this for some time. It's dormant. You may not know where you're heading, but if you look at your life in a linear fashion, you've literally been working towards whatever this is representing. And it does feel like a creative force that's within you. It's connected to ancestors. That's what's rising up. And in the south, we have the beach, parking lot, and window. This is the aspect where you can nurture the seeds that you plant, allow it to grow, to harvest, bring it into harvest. We have beach, parking lot, and window. And it really feels to me that this portal, the window, having a view, a broader, more expansive, excuse me, view. It like zooms right in, zoom. And it allows your emotions to flow freely. I'm wondering if anybody has had or is engaging in some kind of new activity. Like you do something that's really special that you haven't done in years, something from your past, and it generates this spark of feeling younger or excitement, and the energy around you shifts and changes. This space that's rising, or this information, that will flow. We have bustling hub, workspace, and frigid realm. I feel like it will allow you to step out of the chaos, move into a space of creativity when you engage in it, when you attempt to pull that forward from the past. And as you do that, as you work in that, bringing the past forward, it allows you, we have the museum, fuel station, and river. It allows you opportunity to have that spark again, to feel like you're working towards something because you found something special, and it will begin to flow, and it recharges you and allows you to move forward more purposefully. On the bottom, we had casino. That's excitement. That's joy. That's working with odds. What does that mean? To me, odds is, okay, I can go in this direction, that direction, that direction. Let me just pick which one. It's a matter of just stepping forward and saying, okay, I'm going to risk it. the Fool. You have nothing to lose. You're just going to go forward with what you have. And what you find is within yourself. You find this aspect that you have either forgotten about or never realized. There is this aspect that's lying dormant in you. Maybe there was something from many years ago that you had wanted to do and never accomplished it. Maybe there was an aspect, you know, that you wanted to do and you tried it and it didn't work for you. It's something like that that's being brought forward in an effort to not curb your enthusiasm, to increase your enthusiasm. A remembrance. Something quite valuable and special that will really give you that creative edge, if you will. And you can zoom right in and find that aspect and see it in your mind's eye and allow it to flow. What I find interesting is in this center row is that this obviously is something that, I don't know, it's like in February, when you live in the north in the cold, you know, they say you get the winter blues, if you will. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like lackluster. I feel like you're tired of being tired of the same old humdrum. You can't get out in the world. It's too cold. You are limited by, you know, your environment per se. And you're ready for change. This represents an aspect that you can really move forward in a healthy way that will spark your creativity and allow you to focus in on your work, your play. One second. My apologies, I work outside. This really allows you to intersect what you contain within yourself, bring it forward to bring more joy, brings more aspiration. It's rather interesting to me how these cards bring this up. It's like you're able, it's like you're on empty. But this literally refuels you. Whatever that little gem is, whatever that realm is that you're holding within you, that's been within you for a long time. Maybe when you were a child, you wanted to be a baseball player. That didn't happen. You've now gone down the road and you've been so many other things. But there's something in that aspect of you wanting to be a baseball player that has value to it, that will fuel your desire moving forward. And there is a connection here with ancestors. There is a connection here that the motivating force of your lineage, of your tribe, is pushing forward. Maybe it's a guide. We'll see. But what I want to do now is take 6 cards. Number 6 is a contract. Number 6 is a yes. Number 6 is success. Number 6 is potential. I want to see what 6 cards for each sign to enhance this reading. Let's see what your potential is, your 6 cards of potential. First card out for you is the Hermit. What is inside you? Well, that's what we're talking about, right? Going deep within ourselves to find that gem, that artifact, that piece of the puzzle that will help propel us forward. You know, the Hermit looks within themselves, himself, herself. But there's a reluctancy here with you, Sagittarius. I don't know if it's fear, not knowing what to expect, or fearful of what you're going to find. It can be scary. It's not meant to, I was going to say, it's not meant to like create fear. But if that is your first instinct or reluctance, then that should tell you that there's something there. It's not easy looking at our shadow. Excuse the noise. I just started and an airplane flies over. Maybe that's the point. You going within yourself, Sagittarius, you get that aerial view. You get that broader bird's eye view, that higher perspective. The number 9 to me speaks of independence, strength, relying on oneself, having the resources to do so. I don't feel that with you here. Let's see if we can discover why. Shadow card, Emperor. The Emperor speaks of strength. The Emperor speaks of being a leader. Is that what this is about? You're strong for others, but for yourself, it's questionable? I find that hard to believe. I think I understand. It's not that you don't want to go deeper. It's that you're afraid of what you will express once you do, because you are a leader. You are a leader of the pack, a master, maybe a teacher, a principal, a healer. What I say to that, Sagittarius, is when we go within ourselves and we take a look at our shadow aspects and we start peeling back those layers and layers and layers, we learn how our past has protected us, has shielded us, has prevented us from feeling our strongest, from feeling and truly knowing what tools we have in our structure to use, because we relied on pre-programming, preconditioning, by what was expected of us growing up, navigating as a young person. When we stepped out into the community and the world, expectations. And maybe that's what that's about. Your expectations. Maybe you don't feel strong enough. Maybe you don't feel independent enough. What I can say to you is that energy that's stepping out and up from this deep dive will move you in a direction that is pleasing to you, that gives strength and validation to you, especially if that's what you lacked growing up. It will give you that strength to separate yourself from the chaos, to come back within yourself, to follow that inner light, your intuition, to help it to grow. Interesting. Three of Wands. That's a new passion stepping towards you. Or shall I say, it is an opportunity for you to step forward in your passion. The question is, are you going to meet it? Or are you going to sit there and wait for it to come and sit in your lap? Fall in your lap even. You know, wands to me are our experiences, past, present, future. The Three of Wands speaks of future passions. If you meet it, if you step forward to meet it, it will propel you a little bit faster. It will allow you, by going deeper, to shed whatever wounds you had as a child, to find that latent aspect that's been laying dormant within you. It will allow it to flow forward freely. It will give you the ability to free yourself of judgment, of the fear. Fear, Three of Wands, or Three of Swords. You know, the Three of Swords speaks of pain, disappointment, fear. And that's what I felt in this card here. What are you truly afraid of, Sagittarius? Afraid of success? Fear of the dark? Intuition? The mind games that we play on ourselves, especially growing up. If there was any trauma in the family, I grew up with being told constantly, you will never succeed, you're no good, you're a failure, nobody will ever love you. Those were the things that were, well, it was beaten into me. Literally, physically, and figuratively. And, you know, it took me years to realize that it wasn't true. I played my own mind games with myself in everything that I did when I was younger. That it didn't matter which way I went, I was going to fail. So I stopped trying. I didn't even try. Why try to be something that I will never achieve? And that is basically how I lived my life for the first, I don't know, maybe 10 years after I left my childhood home. And slowly, I started learning that, oh no, that's not my shit, that's theirs. I proved to myself over and over that I had the ability to succeed. And I slowly dug myself out of that mental restrictions. I mean, even today, I think about quitting something because it doesn't meet my expectations. But then I'm reminded, wait a minute here. That's one of the mechanisms that I restrict myself, that just about when I'm about to reach the pinnacle of that success, I stop. I literally prevent myself from succeeding. And even today, I have to remind myself, wait a minute, don't quit yet. Remember, you still have that aspect in you. Give it a little bit more and let's see what happens. These two cards is a yes. It is possible. You have the strength, the power, the fortitude to find that gem, to go within yourself. Trust your guidance, your intuition. That creative force is there. It's there to help you. One more card, please, for Sagittarius. Seven of Wands. What's contained within you, that gem that you find, will be an opportunity to move through a new experience. It's like shifting gears. To drop your guardrails, to step into your strength and your power, your energetic light, to stay focused on what it is that you want to create, will give you the rejuvenation the creative force to propel you forward, to keep you moving forward. You contain that within yourself. I feel like this Seven of Wands is a new journey for you. And it comes from you taking emotions from way back when, looking at them, examining them, maybe crying a little, and then letting it go. You're not meant to stay in that. You're just meant to look at it, learn the lessons, understand who you were then, who you are today, and how that affects you in the current time and place. The information that we hold in our heart space, in our emotions, can deter or complement us. When we bring it forward, examine it, and understand where we've come from and who we are today, we can make the necessary changes so that we can feel our own essence, our own power, our own strength, our own connection to our higher selves, to give us what we need energetically, emotionally, moving forward. A new direction, free of self-restrictions. Wow. King of Pentacles. That's the shadow card. That's the energy that's contained within you and around you that wants to just be there for you. That's strength. That's resourcefulness. That's decisiveness. That's being a master, a leader. Excuse the noise, I work outside. You see that gem? When you go within yourself and find that gem, it may be painful in the beginning, but it turns into this beautiful, energetic resonance for you that brings you forward. There's abundance there. There's a great deal of support there. That's being a master. I may have said that already. A leader. Incredible. These 3 cards resonate with the number 1. You have the tools within you to accomplish this, Sagittarius. You have that special something. It's unique to you. It's laying dormant. It's hidden. You seek that out and things will transpire for you. Strength, resilience, abundance even. 10 of Swords. And again, the 10 of Swords lays over the cemetery, frigid, the workstation and gem. And it's underneath the Hermit. And that's what I was feeling, that there was fear there. The 10 of Swords speaks of, well, it's in reverse. It speaks of coming to terms with and understanding the lessons. Understanding to be human is to use our minds as a tool. Now, we can use that tool that could cut us or enhance us. And it may very well be that your happiness, your joy when you were younger was cut, was trampled on. It was a challenge. I can empathize. I grew up in a traumatic home. It took many years of work on myself to realize, no, there's nothing wrong with me outside of the fact that I believed the shit I was told. And it was like a self-fulfilled prophecy, right? I was told X, Y, and Z. So when I left home, that's what I was. And boy, I have to tell you, I got into so much trouble. I made one bad choice after another. My life was not, it was a challenge. When I finally decided to look at myself, to evaluate why I did things the way that I did, why I restricted and prevented myself from being successful, why I challenged every single authority, I learned that it was because I needed to protect myself. And that is my shadow protecting me. If I was causing the hurt, well, then I couldn't get hurt. What I see here, Sagittarius, is you learning from this and finding that joy, passion again, and coming out with the wisdom and the knowledge, and it propelling you forward. It will rejuvenate you. It will refuel you. It will give you the fuel moving forward to shift and change, free of fear. This is a cycle that's ending. You're graduating into this new cycle, the World card, right? Things can be different stepping forward from here on out for you. It is that opportunity, the window to take what's been dormant in you and just let it flow. And when that happens, the energy around you shifts. You can trust yourself. I'm getting like, well, that'll be like the first time. Yeah, fool. You can trust yourself in your journey. The potential is amazing. The odds are in your favor. I'm getting, it's all on you, baby. This is you taking care of you, nobody else. This is you clearing out those harsh aspects that created who you are, that are of no service to you at this time. That you can take that and flip it into a jewel that you can use. The King of Pentacles we saw, right? You have the tools within you to find your happiness, your strength, your power, despite whatever transpired when you were younger. Despite the harsh beginnings you had. Six of Swords. Six of Swords speaks of moving away from chaos, moving away from your own mental restrictions, moving away from, I always say, sharp edges, things that cut, things that hurt you, that prevent you from being your fullest. The Six of Swords is the conscious decision that you make to step away from the nonsense of worry, fear, pain, discomfort. These are things that, it's like the mind games we play with ourselves that prevent us from being successful, from feeling our being happy, feeling our success, feeling our power, connecting to our higher selves. It's under the Three of Wands. It is at that moment when you go deep, you see the boogeyman, if you will. You see that thing that frightens you. You release it and move away. Your opportunity will present itself to you. In fact, your emotions will flow freely. This may very well be very emotional for you, Sagittarius. Let it flow. Let it flow, because as you release that, you're making space in your heart for something new, for that rejuvenation, for that renewal. As we enter into the equinox, you will empty your heart, your pain, or at least begin that process so that you can sow seeds of positivity, creativity, abundance, strength, self-reliance, self-resilience, trust in self. You know, I can't make this stuff up. The devil. The devil card is toxic behaviors. It is an aspect of ourselves that prevents us from being our fullest, as they say. The mind games, the fear. Those aspects prevent us from being our authentic self. Prevents us from being happy, just plain out happy. Feeling good about ourselves, feeling comfortable about our circumstances, enjoying life, having passion for life. This says to me there is a disconnect between you and your higher self. That the potential for you to reconnect, despite the fear, is enormous. That there has been at some point a willingness on your part to shed aspects of yourself so that you can feel that vigor, that wonder again. When you release those restrictions, you will see truth. Your higher self will not fail you. You will see truth. Interesting. I'm not even done with, I have one more card. It's a matter of reconnecting to your own wisdom. And be bold about it. Let go of your worries and your pain. These are the wounds that you have gathered through the years. Let it go and move forward more joyfully. A new you. It's like you're being reborn. I didn't expect that, Sagittarius. Incredible reading, Sagittarius. The last card of potential is justice. You will be validated. There is no justice now. There's a great deal of pain. There's that freaking head games we play on ourselves. To move away from it is to change. Change the journey, to bring it in the upright, to bring balance, to bring justice. Justice also speaks of the court system. Maybe there's some shit you need to face. I mean, I've done some horrible things myself. That was then, this is now. We are human. We make mistakes. This is about you coming to your strength, feeling your power, and stepping in a new direction. You only, what I'm getting is, what's that 12-step program? Gamblers Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous. Have the, Lord, grant me the power to change the things that I can change. The wisdom to know, I don't know how it goes, something along that line, to be able to see what I cannot change and accept that I can't change. We can't change the past, but we certainly can change the direction of our future. And then to have the wisdom moving forward. I'm going to find that and post that on the bottom. Look at it. Use it as your mantra. Page of Wands. Yeah, there's fear here. But I feel like you so much desire to do this, to move forward. Interesting. It was this way. And then the Three of Swords. Yeah, a lot of fear. Fear what the future brings. Fear of succeeding. Fear of the darkness. Interesting, Sagittarius. It's a choice. There's free will. I see your passion. I see your determination. I see your strength and your understanding. It's just like the fear of taking that first step. And then we have the devil again. Fear of the devil. Maybe this is an aspect here of alcoholism, gambling, a behavior that puts you in a particular state of darkness, if you will. I'm going to find that passage and put it on the bottom. And I hope it really helps you, Sagittarius. Because, you know, you are a beautiful soul. You've been through a whole lot. Your potential is amazing. I wish you well. Peace.